So hello, this is my first skills, which is speaking English. It's one of the most valuable skills that I have. I value the most speaking English. I've been familiar with English ever since I was a kid because my mom loves to watch movies in English and I'm just pretty curious about it. So I've learned English ever since I was a kid, and I'm pretty proud that I could speak English because English is not my mother language. And so I just was just listening to the dialogue and so asking my mom what is the definition of what I hear and trying to understand the meaning of it. And over time, the curiosity turned into something that I interest. And because of that, English has been my favorite subject ever since I was first stepped into a kindergarten. And I enjoy learning new vocabulary, practicing conversations, and understanding different accents and expressions. And I feel grateful that I can communicate confidently in it. Like, I think English is a very important word. It's important language. It's an international language. Like, being able to speak English gives me access to more information, ideas, and opportunities. And especially since it's widely used around the world today. And yeah, and I also had the chance to join my school debate team before at my high school, and it helped me improve my speaking and think critically and express my ideas clearly in front of a lot of people. And it taught me to be more confident while still staying open to different perspectives. So overall, this is the skill that I value the most. It's speaking English, and it's not just an academic. I mean, I could speak with people. It is something I have grown with since childhood, and I plan to continue to develop it because I believe it is an important and valuable skill for the future and for everyone. So this is my first skill, which is speaking English, and I have 4 more skills that I will show you in this next part. And another skill I have is cooking. I grew up in a family where children is taught how to cook from a young age. It was never about the gender role or expectation, but about learning basic life skill. In my family, cooking is an as important part of being independent. If you know how to prepare your own food, where food is essential, and understanding how to make it feels like an important responsibility. And this is me cooking soto for my family. I forgot to record it, so I just have the video of plating it. I'm so sorry. And also, because of that mindset, I became familiar with the kitchen early on. I often help cook for my family, although I usually prepare simple dishes rather than the complicated ones. I can make basic meals and snacks, and I try my best to make them taste good and enjoyable. Even though my cooking skills are still developing, I see every experience as part of the learning process. And for me, cooking is more than just preparing food. It also teaches patience, responsibility, and creativity. And I am still learning and improving, but I am proud that I have that skill and I can contribute even in small ways to my family at home. And this is an additional footage of me with my friends grilled meat on a New Year's Eve, and we also make tom yum, which is not really tom yum because we didn't add the shrimp or any condiments. It's just basic tom yum soup. Another skill I have is teaching. Even though I have not taught many students formally, I have had meaningful experiences helping others learn. I once helped my cousin with lessons at an early childhood tutoring program where children learn basic reading and writing skills, and she also have a tutoring center It includes elementary students until high school, and I also teach them, but I couldn't help every day because I'm pretty busy with my own responsibilities, so I do not teach regularly. But it was a simple experience, but it taught me how to be patient and how to explain things in a way that is easy to understand. And however, I often help my younger brother with his homework and academic preparation. I guide him when he is studying for exams and when he is preparing for academic competitions like Olympiads. And I feel proud of this because my brother is currently one of the top students at his school, and he's also great at learning. And seeing his progress and achievements make me happy, especially knowing that I could support him in some way. So teaching, even in small moments, I learned how to communicate clearly, be patient, and encourage others to do their best. And this is also a bonding system about me and my brother. Like, we laugh and something like that. Sometimes we're serious, sometimes we laugh. Sometimes I am a pretty harsh sister, so I often get mad at him. But it is for his own good. So yeah, this is the footage of me teaching my brother, and I'm very proud of my skills in teaching. Because of that, I took a major in English education, because I enjoy teaching people. I enjoy seeing their progress, their achievement, and their face when they got the marks that they want. I enjoy that, and I love that people trust me to teach them. And another skill that I have developed is editing. I am quite familiar with editing different kinds of content such as presentations, videos, banners, and flyers. Sometimes I work on these for school projects, and other times I create them for my work or other as responsibilities. Like, editing allows me to organize information clearly and present in a more creative and visually appealing way. And for the presentation, I usually focus on making the slides neat, balanced. It's neat, balanced, and easy to understand. I pay attention to the layout, font choices, colors, and how the information flows from one side to the others. And I believe that a good presentation is not only about the content but also about how it is delivered visually. For banners and flyers, I try to make them eye-catching while still keeping them simple and professional. I adjust the design depending on the purpose on the audience and making sure the message is clear. And video editing is one of the most challenging yet rewarding parts for me. I often trim clips, arrange scenes, add transitions, which I hate, and insert background music, adjust audio levels, and sometimes include subtitles to make the video more engaging. Editing video requires patience and attention to detail because even small mistakes can affect an overall result. There are moments when I have to replay the same part many times just to make sure everything matches perfectly. And currently, I do most of my editing on my phone because my laptop is broken. Editing on the phone is not easy. The screen is smaller, the features are sometimes limited, and it takes longer to adjust details compared to using a computer. I often feel frustrated, especially when the application lags or when I accidentally delete something I have worked on. However, despite those challenges, I continue working until the project is finished. Like right now, this is the footage of me editing this video. It requires extra patience and effort, but I always feel satisfied when I finally complete it. Yeah, this is me editing a video for this project, showing how I arrange clips, adjust the timing, and refine the final results. Even though the process can be tiring, it also helps me improve my creativity, problem solving skills, and perseverance. And I am too focused on editing video that I didn't even realize that the background is too dark, the light is too dark for me. Yeah. Reading and writing. I read a lot of books, especially in English. Some people may see reading as only a hobby, but for me, it is also a skill that I actively practice and develop. I do not just read passively, I try to engage with the text. I often annotate, highlight important parts, write notes in the margins, and reflect on the meaning behind certain sentences. This kind of active reading helps me understand the story more deeply and think critically about the story, the themes, characters, and message. By reading books in English, I naturally improve my vocabulary, grammar, and overall language understanding. I became more familiar with different writing styles, expressions, and ways of describing emotions or situations. It also helps me understand context better, which makes my speaking and writing skills stronger. Sometimes I reread certain paragraphs just to fully absorb the meaning or to learn how the author structures their ideas. Through this process, reading becomes not only enjoyable but also educational. Writing is closely connected to my reading habit. Whenever I feel like there are too many thoughts in my mind, I express them through writing. Sometimes I read poetry to capture certain emotions. Other times, I create short stories or simply write reflections about my day. Writing helps me organize my thoughts and understand my feelings better. It feels like a safe space where I can be honest and creative at the same time. I also try to experiment with different styles of writing. Sometimes I focus on descriptive writing, paying attention to details and atmosphere. Other times I concentrate on storytelling and character development. Even when I write something simple, I try to choose my words carefully and to improve my structure. I see writing as a continuous learning process where every piece I create helps me grow a little more. Overall, reading and writing are not just activities I enjoy, they are skills that shape the way I think, communicate, and express myself. They strengthen my English ability, expand my imagination, and help me develop both academically and personally.